Typically, I start these videos with the box closed, but the Luka, I hadn't done a video on these before. I've seen a lot of them. A lot of the players are wearing them in high school. These don't sell as well as you would think they would, but the shoes are inspired by Luka's love of fast cars. Now, that's according to Jordan Brand. Now, this color is called El Matador. And if you know what a matador is, bullfighting, it derives from the time that Luka played in Spain. Now, there's a lot of cues on here that I have to get to when I get to the close-up, but this shoe is made out of textile. So if you're looking at the front of it, the tongue is mesh, of course. This is a synthetic leather around the heel, the racing stripes. As a matter of fact, the outsole is like tire tread, basically. You have this kind of fast movement, kind of like an Air Max 97 if you really want to, talk about it. But it's this heavy embroidery on top of the textile, which I don't know what material this is. Now, it may be a leather covered with a light cotton fabric. I'm not sure. But you do have this big mesh panel here for breathability. But if you see all of these designs, the El Matador represents Luka's time in Spain. But there are a lot of small details on the shoe. Well, let me give you the name of the shoe. The Jordan Luka 3 SE El Matador. The style code is FZ2464-100. The color is white, black, team gold. Now, you have words on here that are in Croatian, and when I get to the close-up, I'll say what they are, but this has full-length Kushlan. If this was an Air Jordan, it would say Air Jordan on the box. There isn't any air in this shoe. No air in this shoe. But let me pull this out real quick. The insole is stuck down. I'm just making sure. The back of the tongue, it says El Matador. I'll show you that in the close-up. You have the Luka number 7 or 77 logo. The Luka logo. Well, it's one of these things, the Jumpman at the back at the heel, J23, L77 at the back. I'm just trying to catch all of these small details. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dots here at the front. So you're going to have 7 dots on the other side. That's 77. There are multiple instances of 7 on each shoe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, that's 5 there. I was looking at the design that's embroidered on here to see if that had something to do with 7. It does not. Perforation in its textile material. It's a compelling shoe. Underneath the foot, on the bottom, it says designed for Luka Doncic. And then it says in Croatian, see if I can pronounce this, Oblikovano za Luka Doncic. That means designed for Luka Doncic. So they got it in English, and they have it in Croatian. I hope I'm right about saying Croatian. If not, it's going to be a long video where I'm just completely wrong. But I'm pretty sure I'm right. You do have the logo here at the front. Let's get to the close-up because the small details on this shoe are pretty good. They're pretty good. El Matador. Close-up. Now, jumping into, you have the ISO plate. So the rigidity in the midfoot of this shoe comes from the ISO plate. And that runs underfoot. You can see it there. And it's also right here on this side, and that's where it stops. It doesn't come up this side of the shoe. It doesn't come up and create kind of a look on this side of the shoe. I do want you to see here where it says 777. And that's what that word means, 777. So underneath, you have the design for Luka Doncic. And then on the opposite side, back up and make sure that's clear, you have the same words in Croatian. And I hope I'm right about that language. I don't want to mess up. But other cues that show you your 7s, I'm going to spin this and show you the tongue where you have the 77 logo, of course, and the Luka Doncic, the LD77, his number. The 777 that you saw on the side, other than these Matador kind of graphics embroidered on this texture, on this fabric, that 777 is for his number he wore in Spain. And then he had to switch to 77 because someone else wore that number. And the same thing happened when he was drafted by Dallas. He had to change numbers to 77 because Dwight Powell wore 7. I think that's right. Check me on that. You have 2, 3, that's for Jordan. 2, 3, the dots at the back. You have J23, L77 back here at the back. I'm just making sure I give you all of these small cues on the back of the tongue. L Matador, it's on both tongues. And that little clicking sound, it's like a little bit of extra sound for you guys. You do have a little bit of a cage here at the front. And I'm trying to make sure I hit on all the details so no one can say I missed something. You do have the Jumpman at the toe and the Luka Doncic logo right there. On the side, 7 dots. 7 dots on the opposite side, so you got 77 again. There's a lot of cues. I do think that looks a lot like the movement of the Air Max 97, which would make sense since it has a 7. Now, I may be wrong, but this is a fabric. This is almost like a foam. And I don't know what this material is here. But this embroidery on the top of it, you have an overlay for strength. It's not a bad shoe, and it's $130 if I forgot to say that earlier. But that is the Luka 3. Let's wrap that up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.